Oh, man. Oh, man. What more can you ask? Holy shit. I'm actually feeling positive about the Clippers for once. Oh my God. I'm over here minding my own business playing Arknight's Enfield before I call it a night and I have to get up for work tomorrow morning. And holy shit. I see, I'm playing Arknight's Enfield and then I see ESPN tweet. And I see Clippers and James Harden are looking to find a trade. And I'm like, huh? James Harden getting traded? The Clippers trading James Harden? What the hell? And then I look more into what's going on, and I'm seeing, oh, the Clippers and the Cavaliers are linked to doing a trade for James Harden. James Harden wants out. Holy shit. My goodness. That's right now, this is probably the number one shocker of the entire NBA right now. Because we all thinking that Giannis is probably going to get traded at the deadline. And next thing you know, oh, comes out of left field. James Harden wants to get dealt. Well, he wants to get traded. All right. All right, look, I'm happy. I know my boy Dime Dropper is ecstatic because he hates James Harden. Now, he hates James Harden from the standpoint he does not like his play style, but I know the man is when the news hits that James Harden is officially traded from the Clippers, I know my man, my brother, Dime Dropper, bro, he is going to be sipping probably the most best tasting tequila, wine, whatever. And he's going to sit back on his couch and he is going to just essentially enjoy it. And he's going to be eating cake, he's going to be throwing a party. My guy is going to be what you would say like that Antonio Brown clip where he's finally free. I think we can all admit here, I am so happy. I am so happy. This is actually the first time I've actually probably making a positive Clippers video in quite a long time on this channel. Holy shit! Now you're wondering, Kendrick 15, why are you happy that the Clippers are trading away James Harden? Hasn't he been an integral piece of your puzzle? Yes, but have you been seeing the last videos where I've been coming into these Clipper videos all upset and pissed off and doom and gloom and hating everything that the Clippers stand for? Is because I'm sick and tired of the Clippers organization continuing to run it back with 2-1-3 or any alliteration of this Kawhi era. Because this Kawhi era is cooked, it's done, it should be thrown away in the gutter and never seen or touched ever again. The biggest waste of my fucking time. Like Steve Ballmer says he got scammed by aspiration. My God, we got scammed by the 2-1-3 era. And guess what? This is another superstar that the Clippers are letting go with number two in the building. Maybe you should just cut your losses and finally realize number two needs to get going too, and he needs to kick rocks. So James Harden, basically, I'm guessing you guess you can make the argument he essentially demanded a trade. Now, there's been reports talking about a bunch of things and stuff like that, but I guess as of late, about an hour ago, looking at this tweet from one of the Clippers beat reporters, Tomer Arzarli, he said James Harden wanted a 2-year, $80 million extension from the Clippers, but the Clippers were not interested in giving it to him. The Clippers have long been prioritizing their cap space heading into the summer of 2027, and were not willing to give the players deals or give players deals beyond the 2026-2027 season. Harden, who turns 37 in August, have been hoping to secure a 2-year fully guaranteed deal, goddamn, worth 80 million after this season. Sources said, but the Clippers remain steadfast in their unwillingness to go beyond 2027 because Of course they haven't. The whole plan that these Clipper fans have been saying on here has been, well, the plan is for 2027. That is when we get everybody off the books and we can move off on these dudes and yada yada yada. It's time to go and start this new era of Clippers basketball, even though I'm the antithesis. I know I butchered that. Um, to that whole thinking. Why wait for 2027 when you can get started now? And seemingly enough, this James Harden trade that will eventually happen is only going to speed fast the problem or the process into getting to quote unquote year 2027. And apparently, I saw another report from Brett Siegel, which I'll pull up too. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. Hold on. I gotta find it. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. I gotta find it. League sources from Brett Siegel, NBA. League sources told Clutch Points that tonight's news was brought forth by James Harden and his camp as the Clippers were stunned to find about him wanting out. Cavs stuff is certainly at the forefront of the talk right now around the league. Still a lot to sort out through. Now, why would the Clippers be stunned about James Harden and his camp wanting to say, okay, then we want to be dealt. We want to be traded. Ninja, you literally told him, no, we're not giving you an extension. Well, motherfucker, what? You just gonna let him fucking walk and just take nothing? Like, geez, Louise, what is the think? This is the bullshit that I'm talking about with Lawrence Frank. Now, I still had to do my Lawrence Frank got an extension video. That's a video that's been in the work, but I've been so busy with work. I've been so busy trying to play Art Knights Enfield because I'm addicted to the game. And I need to hurry up and make this Lawrence Frank video. Shit, I still got to talk about my Chicago Bears video about them losing Declan Doyle and Ian Cunningham. But as I was saying, I don't know why Lawrence Frank was in the front office was stunned by James Harden saying, "Hey man, I want you to trade me." Why are you stunned? The moment he came up to the table and him and his camp essentially said, "Hey man, we want this deal, 2 years, 80 million, fully guaranteed." And you said no. You should have fully expected and prepared in the aspect, okay, we're probably not going to make this guy happy and he may be wanting out. Motherfucker, how are you guys stunned? See, this is the problem with Lawrence Frank. He acts as if he lives in this plan, like these superstars are gonna understand his line of thinking and thinking that they're not looking for their best interest. Why he thinks that, or why he was stunned out of this whole report, it would make sense if Ballmer was the stunned one, because then that to get the question is, I'm going to Ballmer. If I'm Ballmer, I'm going to Lawrence Frank. Be like, what's going on, bro? Why does he want out now? Now the Clippers. See, now I bet you Steve Ballmer's starting to look like a goddamn dumbass for extending Lawrence Frank. Because now he can personally hold Lawrence Frank responsible for this shit. Now, I'll give Lawrence Frank credit, and shockingly, I'll give him credit. He absolutely said, no, James, you're not getting a full guaranteed contract. You were here when PG was here. And when PG tried to get the Supermax, we told his ass no, too. And you know what we did? We didn't trade him, but we let him walk. So I'm guessing, for whatever reason, dumbass freaking Lawrence Frank, it was gonna do the same Paul George situation. Just let Harden walk. When dumbass, if you know he wants this contract extension, and dumbass, if you know you have a chance to deal him for assets to maybe help you for the next era, maybe you should just take it. Jeez Louise. They're so built into oh, we don't want anybody on the books. We want to free up so much cap space for 2027, not knowing what is going to be out there on the market. See, these dudes magically think we can lure anybody over here. Well, what if that plan fails? You could have traded Kawhi and Harden and Paul George away and got some assets in return to set you in a good position, a la what you did in the latter stages of Lob City. They're thinking they can do fool's gold and strike gold again like they did in the year 2020 or 2019 when you get Kawhi and Paul George. There's no guarantee that happens again. So it's better to trade the guys now and get some starting pieces. So then all you got to do is pay somebody in free agency. Or shit, even you do make a trade and you go get your next star of your next era. The whole stun report by the Clippers being stunned only just shows me how stupid Lawrence Frank is as a player personnel guy. Because how the hell are you not freaking shocked by this? You should have seen this coming. What player is going to stick around on an organization that's already told him to his face, no, we're not giving you a contract extension. No, we're not giving you essentially crazy money like that. When our plan is to basically clear all the books for 2027. And you know this. This is the exact same reason why we let Paul George go. You should have figured, like, okay, look, we're not giving you this contract, but hey, if you want to work a trade out and we can find a trade partner that is willing to give you that type of money, we'll do that for you. Now, now it's starting to add up because the last two games, the Clippers got blown out by Philadelphia, but the last two games, the Clippers were out James Harden. Last night they played the Phoenix Suns. No James Harden. Tonight, no James Harden again. You'd think, oh, okay, maybe he's having an off day, a rest type of day. You know, they quote unquote said personal reasons, right? Maybe he's out for something personal. And the next thing you know, like somewhere during the Clippers game tonight, that's when they basically the bombshell breaks that hey, James Harden wants out. He wants to be traded. Now it's starting to make sense why he missed not only the Suns game, why he not even playing this game. And then probably, to be honest, he probably, the Denver game was probably his last game as a Clipper. Because I don't think you're going to play and affect you potentially getting hurt, which affects trade stuff. And then we're already hearing about I'm already seeing clips about the locker room stuff. John Collins, I didn't listen to the clip of his voice, but from the quotes of what our boy Joy Lynn said, it definitely sounds like this dude is probably big pissed. He's mad because he basically said, he's like, yeah, it is frick something out of left field that came out of nowhere. Because it's like, oh, we were just turning the corner around. It's like, now you want out, bro? You want to finish this? So it sounds like John Collins is pretty pissed off at James Harden for just basically saying, "Hey man, I want to be traded." Kawhi basically said that, "Hey, look, it is what it is. He's doing what he feels is best, and I trust him to do that." And he quote unquote says, "I trust the front office." The Clippers' smart thing needs to do is get number two out the building too. So yeah. Um, Look, I'll say this. It is shocking that James Harden wants to get traded at the deadline now because of a contract dispute. Like, for all the good that James Harden has brought to the Clippers, like, good God, what a load of selfishness there. Now, again, I'm not believing in this Clippers turnaround, but fuck's sake, bro. You guys are trying to turn your season around, trying to at least get a fucking playing spot or playoff spot. You're the ninth seed right now, technically, and all of a sudden, out of the blue. Now you want to pull this, oh, well, if I'm not going to get my contract that I want, well, then now I want out. What selfishness is what type of selfishness is that? That's being a selfish player there. You're more worried about making some damn money instead of trying to help this team fully turn around their season and complete this turnaround and maybe get better seeding and maybe get out of the playing game and put you in a good position for the playoffs. And then all of a sudden, oh, because you're not going to get paid a 2-year, $80 million deal, now you want to just be like, all right, well then F y'all, trade me somewhere. And I respect Harden and what he's given us to the Clippers, and things like that. He has been a really good player for this team, damn near great player for this team. But now this is when James Harden became James Harden and he can't get out of his own fucking way, and he wants to prioritize me instead of being a team type of guy. And now he wants to have a money affect what's going on. This couldn't have not waited till the off season and said, "Hey man, I want this type of contract extension. If you're not going to give it to me, then hey man, deal me." Like he thought out of all the perfect time now to be, hey, hey, let's bring him contract talk because I've been playing an integral role of why we've been able to turn the season around. He thought he could be slick about it. He thought he could get away with it. He thought the Clippers would absolutely be like, okay, okay, no, they love me. I'm helping this whole situation. I'm looked as a hero here. And then when he finally got that check of reality, where Lawrence Frank finally told him, no, dude, you're not a part of the future plan. No, we're not giving you a 2-year $80 million deal and affect your cap situation for 2027. No, we're not doing that. Thank you. Now go out there and go play. So he became selfish now. He became selfish. You don't do that. If you wanted to bring that up in the offseason, fine. I have no issue with that. But for him, especially for this turnaround that's going on, no. Why? Because now you're just backstabbing your teammates. Your teammates are finding this out probably live during the game, and they're like, "Wait, what? James wants out?" And then they get into the locker room, they're checking their phones, they're seeing like, "Whoa, whoa, what the fuck, bro? You're backstabbing your own teammates, teammates that you've been with for the past few years. So, with some of them, teammates that you've grown a bond with." And you've been through this rough patch throughout the year and getting to work and getting the vibes back to being high from what the players keep saying. And then all of a sudden, especially coming out of the Chris Paul thing, and then all of a sudden you just backstab that and ruin the vibes again. Because now the players are like, bro, what the fuck? Like, dude, why? Why are you doing this now? Now he can't come back because he betrayed the players' trust. How can you walk back into that locker room and look at all these his teammates in the face and say, "Hey man, sorry for that. Let's go out there and play. Let's go out there and ball." No. If I'm looking at him, I'm like, "Bro, get the fuck out this locker room. If you never were even gonna be built into this whole thing, then what the fuck are you doing here? You're more worried about making fucking money than trying to focus about winning and getting this team where it is." And look, he's only prioritizing money right now because he knows his time is coming up soon. The window is closing. Eventually, he's not going to be as efficient as what he is now, and even what he's been in the previous few seasons. Father Time is going to catch up. It's going to catch up with him, and he's not going to be as good as he once was. He's still a talented player, but you can see the limitations he has now. He can't blow by guys like he can. He's got to use basically his dribble and hopefully catch somebody off dribble and then get them. And then luckily enough, he's a good 3-point shooter and a consistent enough 3-point shooter to do that. But again, he's old. He's getting older. So that's why he's prioritizing the money. He's trying to get one more bag before he calls it a career. So he can set up his life and then his family's life. At least get one more bag before he has to, if he still wants to play into his 40s, take basically vet mins. And he'll probably be what he was in OKC, coming off the bench going forward. But the man is trying to get, again, look, I respect him. He wants to get his last bag. He's played great. You can make the case he's definitely earned a 2-year, $80 million contract. But not here. No, no, we're not doing that. But it is very funny and very insane of him to now focus about the money and essentially backstab your teammates in the back and basically say, well, sorry guys, I gotta prioritize me and my interests. So it's great that we made this turnaround and things like that, but yeah. So now it puts only more pressure. And two, also too, again, like I said, I'm not a fan of Ty Lue, but it also puts more pressure on fucking Ty. That backstabs Ty. He probably had all these aspirations doing this, 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 and guess what? That's not happening. That's why I'm saying this dude couldn't not pulled this trick, this trade me stuff trick, essentially in the off season? No. Because at the end of the day, for all the good stuff that James Harden is, James Harden is also an egotistical, selfish player. You can look at everywhere he stopped after the Houston stuff and how that fallout happened. Selfishness there. The Brooklyn stuff. Selfishness there. His ending in Philadelphia. A little bit of selfishness there. Same thing here. He doesn't get what he wants. He's gonna go into business for himself and be a little bit selfish. Well, will it cost my team? Yeah. So, you know, I won't say good riddance to James Harden because he doesn't deserve that. Honestly, hot take. James Harden has been the best Clipper in the entire 2-1-3 era. Best superstar Clipper. Rarely any drama. He was always available. And outside of that, what more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? For the Clippers, he was a really good player for these 3 years or 2.5 years. Plain and simple. I respect it. He deserves respect. And honestly, I think he's been a better Clipper than Kawhi and Paul George. Crazy enough to say that, but listen, he didn't carry all this baggage, all this drama that those two had. He went out there, he played ball, he got the big job done, and he was an integral piece for us for the past few years. Now he wants to prove or choose the perfect time to create drama and controversy. All right. Now, before I get out of here, seemingly enough, it looks like the team that James Harden is being linked to be traded to is the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it looks like it may be a trade with the Clippers and the Cavs, where it looks like it's going to be James Harden for Darius Garland. Question: what are my thoughts if that actually happens? I'm okay with that, and I would love that deal to happen. You're telling me you can get off of James Harden, a 37-year-old player, and you're telling me you can get a player that is 11 years younger than he is in Darius Garland, who still has a lot of potential to live up to. Yeah, is he somewhat injury prone? Yeah, but what NBA player nowadays is not injury prone? He's really good offensively. Could his defense do some work? Yes, but it's a promising player. I'd be okay with that. And guess what? You get younger, especially the point guard position. Now, is he something an elite superstar player? No, 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 no. He's a nice player. He's what you would call a good player, not a great or elite player. But I would not be mad at getting Darius Garland if you're telling me I get to move on James Harden. Yeah, that's going to affect how the team plays going forward. But I want to be mad. You get younger. And if you're trading Harden, what's stopping you from trading Kawhi? You can move Kawhi somewhere and tell him, hey man, go compete somewhere else. It was reported a few weeks ago, the Celtics put the table, hey man, we'll give you Anthony Simons for Zubac and we'll give you 2 first-round picks. Now, the other pick was like a pick swap, but whatever. I would have done that fucking deal. When that news came out, Clipper fans were like, "Bro, that's a terrible deal." Dude, for a team that needs first-round picks, they need to do that. And if a team is offering you first-round picks, I'm sorry. If I'm in that building, I'm taking the picks because you need as many first-round picks as you can get. Like they should have did that deal. Plain and simple. I would have done that deal 10 out of 10 times. Because guess what? You're getting picks. You're getting first round picks. Shit you can accumulate. Because that's what you need in the building. You don't got no first round picks. And a team is giving you a first round pick on a platter for an average center. You do it. So I would hope if James Harden gets traded, Kawhi gets traded, and you blow this whole operation up. That should be the right thing to do. That only tells me Brook Lopez is gonna more than likely get traded because why should he stick around? He's another old guy. I'd rather give those minutes to Yannick and see, hey man, get some minutes and play in there. So yeah. Look, it's a good thing because guess what? This starts the process to getting to blowing this whole operation up faster. And that's been my whole goal every time I've come out here and made a Clippers video. The Clippers should not be afraid to blow things up. It's time to move on from 213. The faster these clowns in Inglewood move on from 213 or any remnants of it, this organization can go in a different direction. And the direction should be getting younger, building for the next era, and then making sure you put yourself in a good position to compete yet again. This news may stun the Clippers because now it's fast tracking everything. It's hilarious. It takes finally somebody from 213 to demand a trade out of the building for you to realize, oh fuck, we need to pick up the pace on this. It's plain and simple. This organization needs to move off on these old players, on these old superstar players that need to go away. And this team needs to invest in the fucking youth. Because what the fuck are we doing if you keep bringing back and you keep running it back with old ass number two, who, mind you, is injury prone as hell? No fucking point. Move the hell on from these guys. Start the next era prematurely, and guess what? Set yourself up for 2027. That's what you do. You don't wait around and let these busters walk for nothing. You go out there, you take whatever the best offer is, you get a player, maybe you get a player, or maybe you just get picks in return, and you set yourself up. That's what you should be doing. But now, it takes till James Harden's selfish ass to finally pick up the process. Now, I don't know when this trade is going to happen. If he does get traded to the Cavs, well, then he's literally walking across the fucking locker room. He'll be going from the home locker room to the visiting one. So, look, at the end of the day, I'm not even mad. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. Thank you, James Harden. It's about time that we finally make some process and some progress and move on from any old superstar players. I'll take Darius Garland in a fucking heartbeat. So I'll do that. Anyways, I'm gonna go over, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on James Harden demanding a trade essentially and wanting out from the Clippers. What are your thoughts on it? What are your reactions to it? Are you happy that the Clippers, if you're a Clippers fan, are finally moving on past these old guard dudes and finally looking to maybe get some young dudes up in here and absolutely move these people around and actually create a new era for once? This trade happens, bro. It's gonna start to have me get excited again about this team and actually be happy about this team. But I'll fully be happy about this team until number two is fucking gone for good. When number two's gone for good, I can finally start to feel positive about this team again. And I want it to be doom and gloom Cam Free 15, where I hate the existence of the fucking Clippers because these guys don't want to fucking admit that they need to wide stop going it back and running it back with stupid Kawhi. When Kawhi is gone, that's when you'll see happy-go-lucky Cam Free 15 talking about Clippers basketball. That's when I'll be happy again. Because number two in his bullshit era has stripped any joy from me. I'm getting there. But when number two is gone, I'll be like my boy Dime Dropper, throwing fucking parties. But anyways, oh my God, for guys, I'm gonna go enjoy the last few hours of my time playing Anvil before I gotta call it a fucking night tonight. But anyways, guys, catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day or your night, and I will see you guys on the next sports video I make on the channel. Till then, guys, peace.